Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Colorado Giants video log. Come join us in Harpo's in Boulder or at the Tavern in Platt Park in Denver for the upcoming game against the Cardinals on Christmas Eve Sunday at 2:25. As we draw closer to this holiday season, I want to share this Festivus tradition with you. The airing of grievances. I got a lot of problem with you people! This game makes 10 out of 12 losses where the Giants had a chance in the fourth quarter. It's just soul-crushing. The special teams, they took the short bus to the stadium with an extra point blocked, a block punt, which 3 plays later ended up as a touchdown, and then a critical fourth quarter field goal block, which would have helped us take the lead. Bobby Hart, you broke the fans' hearts with your stupid false start penalty on fourth down with the critical last seconds of the game, and then you completely whiffed on that 9-yard loss by Shane Vereen. Then now we got to talk about the lingering problem of Jerry Reese. Okay, I got a lot of problems with you, Jerry Reese. Okay, JPP, he's still a non-factor. Ailing fingers or not, other than the Broncos game, he's done nothing all season, and he is scheduled to be the second biggest cap hit of 2018. An absolutely awful contract, and he's got 2 more years with a growing contract and then an opt-out for $5 million dead cap space in 2020. Eric Flowers and John Jerry are scheduled to have bigger cap hits than all but 5 Giants in 2017. That awful offensive line, 2 of the worst players on that offensive line, are scheduled to make more money than all but 5 players that are playing this year. Yeah, I'm staring at you, Jerry. All right. Now, some positives. I mean, Eli held onto the ball for 2.38 seconds. That was the NFL leader this week, and it was his fastest release of the season. And he is averaging the 5th quickest release in the NFL. Obviously, that offensive line is offensive. Some positives that we could take away from the game. Actually, I was quite impressed with the game. There were more positives than negatives, in my opinion, from this game. The Giants had 504 total yards to the Eagles' 341, 27 first downs to the Eagles' 22, 81 offensive plays to their 66. Eli threw for 434 yards. Vintage Eli Manning, back to his old self with the run-and-shoot offense. Thank you, Sully, for reinstalling that. McAdoo, bye-bye. I got a lot of problems with you too, McAdoo. All right. Tavares King had 70 yards and 2 touchdowns and that amazing jump into the pylon. And Jalen Mills is still looking for his jockstrap after that first touchdown when he jumped on that slant route. Olivier Vernon was back to being dominant for a game. We'll see if that continues. Wayne Gallman Jr. averaged 4.9 yards per carry, added on another 40 yards on 6 catches, and he had the key block in the Sterling touchdown, Sterling Shepard touchdown, to spring him for that touchdown. All right, let's look ahead at the Cards game. And the Skins game, actually. So the Cards, the Giants, and the Skins are mathematically eliminated, which means from playoff contention, which means the last 2 games have absolutely no meaning to them. There's no playoff implications, basically completely worthless games, except it'll give us some pride to be happy to watch the Giants beat 2 teams that they should beat. All right, so the Giants opened up as 5-point underdogs, but with the 6-8 Cardinals not having anything to play for, that has shrunk down to 3.5. Something to watch for: Eli has 189 yards to overtake Denver's own John Elway for the 6th place of the all-time passing yards record. So that should happen this week. Let's look for that. Some roster moves. The Giants signed Okwara off the IR. He's been available since the end of November, and that should give some relief to the overworked and underperforming defensive ends. Did I talk about JPP and Olivier Vernon a little bit yet? Yeah, they're underperforming. And then Tavares King, unfortunately, had a phenomenal game, with his 70 yards and the 2 touchdowns. But he's in concussion protocol after that jump to the pylon. Let's hope that he can recover, because I'd love for him to build on that so we can go into next season with him feeling really good about himself, because he stretches the field. Tavares King actually is what we need. We need somebody who's fast, who can get down the field. I mean, when we get Odell Beckham back, which I believe he's going to come back for at least 1 year because he's a restricted free agent and they'll pay him the $8 million. But he gets double teamed, so you got somebody underneath and somebody over the top. But if you have 2 deep threats, now they don't know where the ball's going to go, and that gives Eli a lot more options. Hopefully, they gives him some time to throw the ball. All right, on offense, is the offense back on track? I mean, they sure looked like it last week. Can they repeat that performance? Will the O-line hold up against the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones, who has a sack in all but 2 games and is the sack leader for the season, the NFL sack leader for the season with 15 so far. And the Cards are very stingy with yards. They only allow 92.1 rushing yards and 313.1 total yards, and that's good for 6th and 7th in the league. They do give up points, though, at 24.1 points per game, and that's good for 24th in the league. Eli may want to consider passing the ball to the other side of Pro Bowler Patrick Peterson, because that's obviously somebody he doesn't want to challenge. On defense, the Giants are dead last in yards allowed, and they are second worst in rushing yards allowed and passing yards allowed. The good news is the Cards don't run the ball that well, but the Giants will have to watch for Pro Bowler Larry Fitzgerald. Thanks for watching the Colorado Giants video log. Come join us at Harpo's in Boulder and the Tavern in Platt Park for the upcoming game against the Cardinals on Christmas Eve, Sunday at 2:25. Merry Festivus all.